What's making all that noise back there? Hey, I'm on live. I'm testing the microphones again. Hold on, I need to switch something off there. So. Oh, I didn't know she called. Oh, hey, hey out there, hey, yo, this is cool. Is there anybody out there? Anybody out there, folks? Anybody watching? Anybody in America? Anybody in Canada? No views. No viewers. This is another live test. Testing the microphones in stereo. Stereo. Right. From the right to the left. To the right, to the left. Has anyone got stereo? Hey, who's watching? Who's that watching out there? I've got one at my... Oh, got two watching now. There's two people watching. Any chance, if you want to declare yourselves and tell me exactly who you are. And if you have any questions, ladies and gentlemen, lady and gentleman, human being out there watching, who's watching? This is a roller coaster ride, live stream test. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. There's lots of people out there. Roller coaster ride. Say something. Say something. Oh, I don't know. See. Hide the chat. Two watching now. Stream health. Let me just check the stream health while I'm streaming. Stream is healthy. No, YouTube is not currently receiving data for this stream. If you believe this is incorrect, ensure you're sending the stream and that it is configured with the correct stream key. Stream health is excellent. That's what it's saying. I'm just checking these things. R.S. Hall, Indiana, USA. Whoa. R.S. Hall in Indiana, USA. Thank you for watching. It's good to know you're out there, all the way from America. I'm actually... I'm actually in Birkenhead, which is over the River Mersey from Liverpool. That's where I live, Birkenhead. And I'm not far from Liverpool. You may have heard that place. It's where, well, you know, everybody knows where Jerry and the Pacemakers came from. But seriously, okay, I've got two watching at the moment, and R.S. Hall in Indiana has declared himself as watching, or herself. I'm not sure if you're male or female, and please excuse me. But I thought I'd do a little live test. I've got my microphones on here. I'm hoping that you can hear me loud and clear. I'm talking really quietly, you see, folks, because I'm in a high rise, and it's currently 21 minutes past 11 in the evening, Greenwich Mean Time, UK, England. I'm actually sober tonight, folks. I'm not drunk. I'm testing the camera. Listen to the wind. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's really, we've got Storm Caroline. You hear that wind out there, folks? I'm in a high rise, I'm in a block of flats, and so the wind is quite loud up here. So it's 6:22 in the USA. Listen to that wind, folks. You are hearing wind from England. There's still only 2 watching. I thought, I am recording this test. Whoa, listen to the wind. It's really windy. Yeah, I was going to do a little talk about the subject of copyright on YouTube, right, folks? And an interesting point is I put some music out, and lately I've been experimenting with cover versions of famous songs by various artists, right, folks? And what I've been doing is testing the algorithm of YouTube for spotting when I do a cover version of a famous record. I'm interested to see how long it takes the algorithm to spot that I'm, using someone else's music. And if you check the videos I've uploaded recently, there's one I uploaded recently. What I've been doing is testing how many people actually strike me on my YouTube channel or copyright restriction whenever I do someone else's music, right? And my channel isn't I don't monetize any of my videos, so I don't make any money off anyone else's music at all. I don't do anything for money. And what I've been testing is how fast the copyright restrictions get onto you, if you're using someone else's tune or someone else's lyrics. I think it's really interesting because basically what I'm trying to find out is it a robot? Is the YouTube algorithm, it's like an android that spots everything you do? And then a bit to my own credit, right, folks, when I do my own songs, all my own music, all my own songs, right, if I was ripping anyone off, the way people call it plagiarism, it's plagiarism, isn't it, when like recently someone tried to sue Led Zeppelin and claimed that they plagiarized a famous song that was already written before Stairway to Heaven. And Led Zeppelin actually won the court case, and it got thrown out basically because they proved that they made up the song by chance. Because what are the chances, folks? You can write a song and you might not have heard a famous record that you were accused of plagiarizing. You might not have even actually heard that song, but to the solicitors, to the big business, to the money folks out there, to the publishing companies, if they think you've ripped them off, they're going to hound you and harass you. to get every penny out of you, or to sue you, or to, you know, take money off you. Right, which I think is quite interesting. So what I've been doing recently is all these cover versions of famous songs with a view to going out busking. I don't intend selling the recordings or nothing like that. I intend to go out and do street entertaining, what we call street entertaining, and playing the songs in the street, basically. I'd like to go to Amsterdam, actually, and busk in Amsterdam. And then, you know, get stoned while I'm at it, if it's possible. Can't do that in England, you get arrested. But anyway, the whole point is, while I'm having fun recording me backing tracks and you know, recording these cover versions, I've been seeing how many people out there actually jump on me back and say, hey, copyright restriction, you're using our tune or our lyrics or whatever. And what I've done, the very first, if you go back on my channel, if you go through all my videos in the past, I actually do a cover version of The Crush of Love by Joe Satriani, right folks? That's the first ever cover version I actually did on my channel. And normally I've got a golden rule where I don't do cover versions. I always write my own songs, and I just want to be known for my own records, my own recordings, and my own tunes, my own lyrics, my own tunes and guitar solos, whatever. But because I've decided to do this street entertaining thing, I thought, like, wow, wouldn't it be interesting to test the algorithm on YouTube and see how fast if the robot, the android that they use, how fast it actually spots when you're actually using someone else's music, right? Now, for the Joe, I normally do all the backing tracks myself. I normally sit down and meticulously record all the drums and stuff on my Cubase software, you know, my studio software, which is Steinberg. I'll be posting a video up soon, guys. Well, I might do it in this speech, actually. A little bit of advice if you want to get into the home recording, and the cheapest way to enter into recording, and the best way you can get, you know, everything cut price, basically, everything cheap. Well, anyway, the first piece of music I put on my channel, which is actually a cover version, it's somebody else's tune, it's nothing, I didn't invent it or whatever, like, I might do little variations on the soloing and things, like, because I'm not very good at, like, I don't like playing other people's solos, to be honest, so I usually improvise slightly. But a cover version's a cover version, right, guys? When you're playing someone else's tune and it's blatantly obvious, right? So anyway, the first tune I put up on my channel, it's somewhere back in my videos. It says Crush of Love cover, Joe Satriani. And actually, on that actual recording, I didn't do the backing track myself. I actually downloaded that one from YouTube, from the internet. I actually downloaded the backing track. I didn't program the drums and play the bass like I normally do. It was available because there's no vocals on it. It's an easy track to find where it's just a backing track, and you just play your lead solo over it, basically. So I don't even know who actually did the backing track on that, whether it's actually Joe Satriani's band or whatever. But anyway, I put that up ages ago, right? And clearly you can tell it's a Joe Satriani track or whatever. But interestingly enough, YouTube didn't give me any copyright restrictions. So I thought, well, that's cool. Joe Satriani must be okay about things, mustn't he, right? So that's been up quite a while. That's been up nearly 2 years or something. I'm not sure how long ago I put that up. Like I say, no copyright restrictions from Joe Satriani. Joe Satriani, if you're watching out there, nice one, man. I appreciate that. I'm leaning forwards, folks, because I've got a little microphone thing here, you know, in case you can't hear me, like. But anyway, so that was my first adventure in the world of seeing if the algorithm on YouTube, right, spots when you're using someone else's music, right? Then, right, I posted a video of a band called Delirious. I don't know if anybody's heard of them out there. They're a Christian band, Christian rock band. And I saw them live in Liverpool, and I wasn't videoing them with a HD camera or anything. I just had this crappy mobile phone with very basic quality on it, right? And I recorded just a few segments of the concert. And then a while back I put all of that on YouTube. Or everything that I actually filmed in that concert is all on YouTube. Because it was a great gig, it wasn't televised, no one else recorded it. Well, there must have been people there who recorded it with the phones, but I haven't seen anything on YouTube, like. But, so I posted that up on YouTube, which isn't a cover version, right guys, but I was testing the algorithm anyway. And sure enough, it come up on the video lists, third party matched, copyright restriction. But they didn't give me any strikes, they didn't take the video down, and the company who did the band Delirious, the publishing company or the band themselves or the record company, somehow spotted them videos, right? And what it means is they didn't take them down, but they let the videos carry on playing on my channel, but they can put adverts on. So say you watch that video by chance on my channel, you'll have to sift through an advert that'll say buy the Delirious album or buy the Delirious DVD or something, which is cool by me because I like Delirious, right? They're a good band, right? But they didn't take the video down, they didn't give me any strikes or anything like that, right? So it's very clever marketing, isn't it, guys? Because one of the reasons I don't monetize my videos personally, right, is I don't want anyone having to put up with these silly adverts that pop up. I don't know how many people out there watch channels and the video's really interesting, you know, but because they monetize the channel, it'll just suddenly stop midway and this advert comes on for like a Hyundai car or, you know, I don't know, a lot of adverts pop up out of the blue, don't they? And you know, you could be just sitting there concentrating, interested in the video, and because it's been monetized, you've got to deal with these adverts. So I make a rule of not monetizing my videos intentionally, so that like you don't have to put up with any adverts, right? But excuse me, if you watch any of me cover versions or any of the stuff of other people's material, you get like an advert pop up saying buy the album or whatever it is, right? But anyway, to carry on, the next cover, so Delirious actually spotted that the algorithm actually told Delirious, or the record company, the publishing company, hey, this guy Bruce has put up your videos, it's got their music in it, you know, it's actually got their music in it, like, so they've got the right to put adverts up now, right? Which you know, I think don't they make enough money? Don't these guys make enough money? I mean, what the hell's going on, guys? So anyway, I continued, and what was the next cover version I did? Oh, I did ZZ Top, right? Rough Boy. It's on my channel. It's a, you know, it's a rough cover of Rough Boy actually. These are all intended, all the covers I've been recording recently, they're all intended for me live street performances. So I'll be singing them live and busking them basically. It's an alternative I've chosen to be self-employed if I have to. Because I'm currently on social security here in England. I claim unemployment benefits, and basically because I've had a history of mental illness. I don't know if you can tell out there, if anyone can tell. Can you tell I'm mental? Can you tell I'm mentally ill? Well, that's one sign. Only people with beards are mental, like. Mental people grow beards. Hey, they become fashionable now, and I've been growing my beard for years. But anyway, I uploaded Rough Boy by ZZ Top, right, folks? And guess what? Sure enough, copyright restricted. They spotted it. The algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, spotted that I was using, because I was using their lyrics and their song, right? I programmed the drums myself, I programmed the bass myself, it's all the backing track was done by myself. I played the guitar, I don't even play it exactly the way Billy Gibbons plays the guitar, you know? And they spotted it, man. It was like, it's like a laser beam or something. I don't know how this technology works. I haven't got a clue. But it's like a robot, isn't it, folks? It's like the Matrix or something. You know, the Matrix, the way they've got those things that fly around, they're like droids. They've got eyeballs and everything, and they go, whoosh. It's like one of them comes into the room and goes, hey, you're using a ZZ Top song, man, and that's been owned by a publishing company, right? But they didn't strike me. They didn't put any strikes against me video. They just basically did the same thing as Delirious. It says copyright restricted. They basically monetize it. I don't even monetize my own videos. I don't make any money on YouTube, folks. I'm just on social security. That's all I do to make a living, right, at the moment. And so ZZ Top spotted me, right? And it was like, whoosh. But what they did, the same thing as Delirious, they say, they can put, if you watch that video of my version of Rough Boy, right, you get adverts popping up saying, buy the ZZ Top greatest hits, or the latest ZZ Top DVD, or I don't know how it'll work, or Billy Gibbons solo album available, right? And I can't like understand it, because this is YouTube, folks. This is like, we're just a load of, you know, we're all kind of like on a basic like low income, putting videos out like cheap budget. So I don't, you know, on ZZ Top, aren't they rich enough, folks? I mean, come on, man, you gotta monetize my videos. Come on, dudes, come on. They should be paying me. They should be paying me for advertising their song. Because people might click on my video and say, wow, I forgot about that song Bruce is doing there, you know, Roller Coaster Ride's doing. I might go out and buy that album now because I like ZZ Top. Do you get me? We're advertising them already anyway, right? Okay, so ZZ Top spotted me anyway. This is, well, it's a whole exercise, guys. I'm actually having fun finding out who actually homes in on me and finds out who, you know, if I've uploaded one of their songs or whatever. Remember, in the publishing world, they copyright the lyrics and everything, don't they? They have, everything's copyrighted. So, the next song I put up was Prince. Now, I don't know if anyone out there is a Prince fan, but you might recall that before Prince actually passed on, God bless him, right? Because I love Prince, he's one of my favourite, you know, he's my favourite solo artist. But I remember before Prince passed on, right, folks, if you attempted to upload a bootleg, a home recording, anything to do with Prince's concerts, anything, man, it was like Prince was in a spaceship. He was like, I didn't try and do it myself, but I tried watching videos by Prince, and the message would come up like, this video is unavailable in your country, or something like that, because it contains copyrighted material. So Prince was onto it, mate. He must have been... Well, remember, he'd been ripped off by his record company and everything, hadn't he? So he must have had this thing where he made sure everything he was releasing was his own, right? But a lot of the Prince things that people were trying to upload would have been the stuff that he didn't own. It'd all been things that he'd have been ripped off, you know, where he were ripping him off, basically, you know. That's why he wrote slave on his face when he was objecting to the fact he didn't even own his own music, right? But anyway, I put a Prince song up, which is called Gold. I don't know if you've seen it yet. It's not my song. You know, it's a complete cover version. I recorded, I programmed the drums. I played the I program the bass, I program the key, play the keyboards on it myself, I play the guitar on it myself. I'm on video actually singing it. You actually see me in the room sitting here actually with my headphones on doing the vocal track. But oddly enough, right, no copyright strikes, nothing, not a single word, like, you know. And I'm thinking, if Prince was alive, right, would I have got a copyright strike? Would Prince himself Prince himself might have sent an email to me or something saying like, hey man, you know, that's my song, come on. But no, oddly enough, the Prince song, right, it still hasn't got a copyright strike against it. So I hope I haven't blown it for myself saying this online, like, because people might, I don't know, get the wrong idea. But remember, folks, I don't monetize the channel. I don't make a single penny off other people's songs, right? I will when I'm busking, obviously, street entertaining. Obviously, I'll try and do that myself, like, but you've got to play songs what people like, haven't you, in the streets and that. You've got to do, you know, I have to be doing my own music as well. But so anyway, Prince didn't give me a copyright strike. No, there's still nothing up there saying, Bruce, you know, this is copyright restricted, we can put adverts on your video or whatever. They haven't actually monetized it, right? And then what did I do after that? Right, the Prince was the latest cover version, right? And then recently I put the video I've just recently uploaded of a guy in the Isle of Man just doing what I intend to do, actually, doing street performing. I seen him street performing in the Isle of Man during the TT, and I recorded his show and I put that on YouTube. And this, you know, he's not like ripping anyone off, he's not like making money, he was just doing it because he was there by chance, you know. He just, because it's the TT, you know, it's like a festival, you know what I mean. I put that video up, right, guys, and he does this Joe Satriani track, he does Carlos Santana track, and he does some Pink Floyd. Right, you know, Pink Floyd, like, they've got to be very, very rich, or the publishing company, they've got to be minted, haven't they, Pink Floyd, obviously, right? Not knocking them guys, you're entitled to what what you're earning out there, you know, but the video was in good spirits. It's just a guy playing his, you know, he's an older guy. I was buzzing off him because he was getting on a bit, and he was like an inspiration to me, you know, so that's why I filmed him and that, like, and I put it up there anyway. I put it on my channel because I know a lot of people out there would have liked to have seen it, because it was a very moving performance, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I put that up. And remember, it's not me playing, I'm not actually doing the songs or anything, I just recorded it, I just filmed it, right, but it's my property. I actually recorded the show, edited it all together and put it all out on YouTube. Guess what, folks? Copyright restricted appears. Your video contains copyrighted published performance material. And I checked, I was thinking, wow, who could have spotted that one? Who's on my case there? Who would be, you know, who would be out there? Was it Santana? Was it Satriani? And guess who it was, folks? It was Pink Floyd. And I don't know, it can't be like Roger Waters or Dave Gilmour, surely. It's got to be like a representative, like legal representatives, like the publishing company representing Pink Floyd. And same thing again, they didn't give me any strikes, they didn't take the video down. It's still out there if you want to watch it, like, but they actually put the same thing on it, said this video contains copyright material, so they actually monetized it. I mean, I'm standing there, I filmed the show, the guy who's playing the guitar puts the effort in and does the performance, you know what I mean? And when neither of us are taking any money for it, and along come Pink Floyd and actually monetize the video. I can't believe it. So when people are watching it, if an advert for Pink Floyd comes up or something, it's not my fault, guys. It's nothing to do with the guy who's in the video. It's Pink Floyd's publishing company, whatever they are. It's like, haven't you made enough money, guys? It's like, you know, what? Do you have to go to work on a skateboard, or do you live in a shed or something? Like, I can't imagine them being like poor and all that, like, right? So yeah, Pink Floyd actually, you know, I think it's crazy, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe that these people are jumping on these amateur YouTube videos to make a fast buck, basically, off our backs, you know. And you know, I'm not monetized, remember. I don't claim any money on behalf of them and that, like. So, at the moment, I'm still working on cover versions, right, folks? The latest song I'm working on at the moment is, you know, Aerosmith, Living on the Edge, right, folks? And it's quite a complicated song, really. It's one of the like cleverest rock songs I've worked on, where, you know, I'm learning it, right? And I'm halfway through recording now. I've programmed the drums myself. I played the bass guitar on it myself. I'm playing the guitars on it. I'll be singing on it. You know, to sing like Steve Tyler, it's going to take some hard work. Like, hopefully I'll video that. Like, I mean, it's going to be, I don't know, I'm going to, you know, he reaches some high notes, doesn't he? You know, so, but anyway, that's the latest cover version I'm working on, right? For me cover set, for me performances in the street, basically. So I'll be singing Living on the Edge live in the streets. I'll be playing the electric guitar and singing on that when I do be busking, like. But it'll be interesting. I'll be putting that up very soon, as soon as I finish the recording of it, right? I'll be, you know, because basically all I want is the backing tracks for when I go out live, right? I don't normally do cover versions. It's not something I do. As you know, I always do my own songs, right? I've always wrote my own songs and put my own stuff out. Now, the odd thing is, what I think it'll be interesting to see if Aerosmith are on my case. Like, hey, you know, hey man, you're doing our music, man. We're gonna copyright that. We're gonna monetize your video. I can't imagine it being the band themselves. I can't see them being bothered, like. But it's got to be the publishing companies and their agents and solicitors and all kinds of things. They don't actually take my videos down, like I say, but I'll be interested to see if Aerosmith spot that one when it comes up, right? I'm also going to be doing a Pink Floyd cover, right? So I obviously know what to expect there, don't I? If I do a Pink Floyd, I'm going to do Comfortably Numb, which, you know, like I say, this is all intended for me street performances, right? I'll be doing Starlight by Muse, right? So it'll be interesting to see if they give me any stick, you know, like, you know, test the algorithm, test the robot, isn't it? Also, I'm working on, I'll be doing Journey, you know the band Journey. There's a song called Be Good to Yourself, which is a great song. It's one of my favourite Journey songs, and that's a hell of a vocal performance I'll have to do. Steve Perry performance, if I can pull that one off, like, I'll be quite proud of myself if I can sing like Steve Perry. I'll have to put elastic band on my bollocks to achieve those notes. And No Second Prize by Jimmy Barnes. That's another one I hope to be doing, cover version. So I'm trying to do very popular songs, but stuff that not many people would do live as cover bands and stuff, you know. Anything else I'm thinking of doing, but it's going to be interesting, right, folks, to see how many of them give me a copyright restriction, you know. See how many companies go mad at me. Now, an interesting note, right, folks. My own songs, my own actual songs. Remember, they're not available in the shops. I've never had a record deal. Nothing's ever been, you know, what we call a digital signature. because it appears to me like all these famous records have got some kind of digital signature on them, haven't they? For the algorithm to be able to spot, like, hey, that's a ZZ Top song or whatever. The actual original recordings must be like a you know, when you take a photograph and you don't want people to be able to use the photograph, you put a watermark on it or some kind of imprint that tells people that, hey, this is not this person's property. You know, now all my songs, all my original songs, all my own bits and pieces, all my acoustic songs and electric recordings, I've never had a single, you know, ooh, listen to that hail. It's hailstone now here in England. But anyway, I haven't had a single person or objection to one of my songs. You know, nothing's actually come up by chance. You know, say I was plagiarising someone, I was actually trying to rip someone off, which I don't, guys. I do actually try and be as original as I can, but simple, you know what I mean? I try not to be too complicated and keep it simple. And I've noticed that none of my songs have triggered any of these signals that say, you know, like I could be playing one of my songs and it just so happens to have the same chord phrases or the same passages or the same melody as a famous song, and someone's on your case going, hey, that's plagiarism, you're ripping someone off. But I don't know whether it's because I don't sell nothing or I'm not making money, or because I've not gone through the record company, you know, what we call the industry, right? Interesting word that, isn't it? You know, the recording industry, right? Think about that word, right, folks? In, dust, tree. The tree of dust. And you know what dust is, don't you? In the, you know, like that's basically what keeps the wheels moving in the business. Well, that appears to me what's behind the, you know, the whole mechanism of the record business, the industry, the tree of dust. I've never been on any record companies, guys. I've never had any deals. I never wanted to be a part of it. I always wanted to just play live, you know. So, yeah, it would be interesting to find out how many of these record companies and publishers spot all the other songs I'm doing, like. None of my records, none of my songs have had any strikes. There's actually a blues song on my channel, right, folks, called Blue Ferrari, which is my song. I wrote it myself. It's very simple. It's just the same verse repeated, right? It's a typical blues song, right? But I actually put that up expecting, you know, like copyright restriction. Hey, Muddy Waters has got a copyright restriction over those blues notes. You know, because everyone plays the blues the same, don't they, folks? You know, it's dead simple, isn't it? You know what I mean? I love the blues because it's so simple. I love the simplicity of it, right? But I've never had anything like B.B. King or Muddy Waters or, you know, one of the famous blues artists, Howlin' Wolf or anyone like that. They haven't like put any copyright restrictions on any of my blues songs. I think it's really interesting, you know, testing the algorithm and that, like, and seeing how it comes back. And I mean, you know, so anyway, I think I'll get off in a minute. But that's basically what I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about the way this YouTube, it's getting scary. You know, it's like it is a robot. It's like the Matrix. The way it can spot your songs, and if you're using someone else's tune or lyrics, it's unbelievable, isn't it? It's absolutely strange, man. I mean, another thing I always do when I'm recording is I never use samples or loops and things that someone else has done before you, because I'm telling you what, folks, if you do any home recording or you make your own records at home, right? Let's suppose you do a house track or a dance track or something, or a popular, you know, your own song, but you put a little snippet. You might sit there with a microphone or whatever, meticulously recording a segment from someone else's record, anything. It could be the snare drum off a famous song or anything. And I'm telling you now, there's an algorithm out there that'll go like, say you record that song and you release it to the public and it becomes like a million seller, like it starts selling millions, right? We'd be rest assured someone's going to show up, like the engineer who recorded that snare drum or something, and say like, hey, you know that those 3 notes you played on the guitar there, I invented them back in 1952 and you owe me money for that. So you've got to be careful, you know, if you use samples. If you notice some of these magazines, they sell, you know, they give away software for computers so you can use on your Steinberg and things like that. And if you use one of them samples or one of them loops, guys, right, if it's a drum set, and think about how tempting it is, you know, when you play, like, you're going through your loop library or your sample library and you hear these, like, you know, and it sounds great and you think, wow, I've got to put that in one of my songs. You could put it in there and it's your own piece of music, your own work of art, like, but some guy who created that loop, it'd be like a monkey on your back forever, you know what I mean, saying, I created that loop in the studio in London and he owes me money. You've got to be careful what you use on your recordings. I program all my drums myself, right, folks. I won't use any loops or anything like that unless it's something really cool and it's tempting, but because I'm not selling nothing, I don't have to worry about any lawyers and publishers doing me head, and like, it's just the YouTube thing that gets on my case, you know. Before I get off, right, I'll give you a bit of advice, right, folks. If you're into home recording, and in most cases, I think a lot of people are used to buying, you know, they don't want to pay for the software, so they get like what we call, you know, what's it called? Those things where you can download freebies. Like there are sites where you can get a whole version of Cubase by Steinberg, but it'll have all kinds of loopholes in it, or like it'll be rigged, or there'll be little errors in it and bugs because it's not the official version, right? Now here's my advice to anyone, folks. If you want to get into home recording and you want to do it as cheap as possible, now I've got Steinberg Cubase Pro now at the moment, right? And it's the official version, you know, right? But I didn't go out and buy it straight away because it's like £400, right? I couldn't afford to buy a studio package for 400 quid, £400 sterling, right? It's about $500, $600, isn't it? But here's my advice. So you buy a gadget, something like this, for example. Just unplug it. Right, this is an old gadget now, like, but it's an example, right? Something like this, right? Zoom. Right, I remember when I bought that, right? I bought it brand new for like £100, right? It's got every effect you need, basically, and if you notice, it's got a USB. See, so you can use it as an audio interface on a computer, basically, and you know, record your guitar onto your studio software, right? But when I bought that, when I got that, in the box with it was these days, if you buy anything made by Yamaha, effects pedals or mixers or things like that, you usually get a free version of Cubase, right, folks? And I strongly advise you to use it. You know, if you've got a PC and you want to get into home recording, use your free version you get with those gadgets. You get like a disc usually, or a download code, you know, a code that you use online. You've got to go on the website, you've got to go onto Cubase's website, right? Now I'll tell you why it's an advantage if you take time out to do that, right? I know a lot of people don't want to register things and they would rather use the torrent. I think the word I was thinking of before, you know, torrent torrent downloads where they're like, you can get anything for free basically, yeah, but you don't get no, you can't update things, you can't get freebies and extras and stuff like that off the official websites if you use the torrent versions, right? So, buy a gadget, go out and buy a Zoom pedal or a Zoom recording gadget or anything that works with a PC and recording equipment. And use your free disc, right, which is free, remember, and you get it. You know, there's quite a lot in there for free. You get the actual what we call the DAW, the digital audio workstation. You get the full studio, or enough to record your own music, right, with all the little synthesizers and things, little freebies and effects and everything, right. And then what you do is update it. Later on, when you've got a bit of money, you've got to register with the website. Obviously, you've got to register with Cubase, right? And you've got your account with Cubase and you're registered, right? And then you update. There's a Cubase, like a cheaper version of Cubase, and it's called Elements, right? Cubase Elements. And then the next one up is Cubase Artist, and then the one after that is Cubase Pro, which is the professional one, right? And what I did was I had the freebie, what I got with that pedal, or what I got with another Zoom gadget, right? Then, because it was registered on the website, because you register your actual software and you do it all by the book, put your name down and all that, give them your address or whatever, like, it's all registered. This is for a freebie, remember? They didn't have to pay nothing to register. Then, later on, when I had a few quid, I updated the download. You do it all online. You download the update to Cubase Elements, it's called, which is like, it's only about, it cost me 25 quid, £25 English money, right, to update me free version to Cubase Elements, right, which is, you know, it's a smaller version, but you get a lot of extras. You get like a you know, like drum machine and stuff like that built into it. A free drum machine called Groove Agent SE, right? Well, I'm not sure if the Groove Agent SE was with it, but you get Halion synthesizer anyway, and that's, you can program drums on that, like, right? And then what I did then was I had Cubase Elements, which I paid for. I only paid 25 quid for it, folks, right? But because you registered with Steinberg or Cubase, every now and then they have sales where they put up offers, right? So I was using Cubase Elements for quite a while, right, folks, and it was enough for me personally. And then suddenly they put up this offer, you know, because you're registered with them, like, on the website. You can only see these offers actually online through their website, you know, when you're actually registered with them. You don't really, you know, if you went into a shop and you bought this stuff, it's like full price every time. But anyway, I was going to upgrade to Cubase Artist from the Elements version, right? Which was, like I say, I paid 25 quid or something for the Elements. It was quite a, you know, it was ridiculously cheap. And then, next thing, an offer came up. The Cubase Pro was going for 200, half price, 50% off, right? Not as a full download, if I upgraded from Cubase Elements up to Cubase Pro, it was like 200 quid. So I had the money, I'd saved up basically, and I upgraded it, and it works brilliant, you know what I mean? The full Cubase for like 200 quid is unbelievably cheap, right, folks? I mean, if you bought it straight out the box, you know, it's 400, 500 quid. It's very expensive. And that was like, you know, and every now and then you just got to wait for them to come round. They always have offers that come round. Like I say, that was half price. It was 50% off. It was for a limited time from February or something. And I thought, yeah, I'll do that, you know, because you know, you get a lot of there's all kinds of effects and everything, like multi-band compressors and things like that in the Pro version, you see. So I thought, yeah, I'll do that. And sure enough, it all downloaded great. It all works perfectly. And I can still update it and get more stuff for it if I need it. Like, so it worked out. I paid about 220 quid, 230 quid maybe, for a full version of Cubase in the end. But it all started from having the freebie, you know, just the free version that you get with a Gadget. And registering with them and that, like, I know it's a pain in the arse going on the website and registering and stuff, but it's well worth it, man. And then I had to buy, for the full version, I had to buy one of the, you know, the e-licenser. It's like a USB Gadget. I'll actually show you, actually. It's this thing, right? Now, that cost about £18, right? I bought that on eBay separately, and it's got your license on it. You need one of these to activate the full version, right? But basically, you know, if I decide to wrap up and I stop recording, I've got all the material I need, all my backing tracks, I can sell that with the license on it for like 300, 400 quid, depending on, you know, if I'm crafty enough and I use my head and that, like, because I've got other things on it, that I've got other extras. I bought the Simon Phillips drum studio and the Groove Agent drum machine. I got that half price. Ridiculous, honestly. It's when you register with the website, there's all kinds of bargains. You've got to wait for them to come round, you know. But so I don't know if anyone's interested in that subject matter, if it means anything to you guys. Always start off, get yourself one of those Zoom gadgets, you know. Here's another Zoom gadget. I'll just aim my camera down. See, I bought that, right? I was intending to use that exclusively for my recordings. I didn't intend buying Steinberg. But because there was a free version with it, like, I thought, yeah, I might as well. And then I've worked my way up slowly now, you know what I mean? And I'm telling you guys, it's well worth the money if you. It's well worth the effort if you register with Steinberg. And you know, I'm not being paid by them to advertise them or anything, but it's a good way. You end up getting everything half price, basically. So yeah, I could sell that. I could basically sell that license, the license on that. Just that little gadget there, I could sell for 300, at least 300, 400 quid, depending on who, you know. You know, it's crazy stuff. Whereas it cost me a lot less than that in the long run. So anyway, that's my advice for anyone out there. You know, because someone did ask me once, say, can you put, you know, some tips about recording and things like that? And that's the first tip. You know, if you want to get up and running, you know, you want to have professional equipment, like, start off with the freebies, guys, but make sure you register with the website. You know, it's a pain in the ass doing it, but it's actually well done. Like, you know, you get all kinds of bargains and that. Okay, anyway, I think I'll wrap it up there, folks. Thought this was an interesting little live stream about copyright and the YouTube algorithm. So keep an ear out and keep an eye out for me uploads. I'll be putting some more cover versions up. I'm not really doing them to attract attention, guys. It's just while I'm at it, you know, while I'm doing the backing tracks, I might as well put like complete versions together, put them up just for fun, and see how the algorithm responds and how many of these record companies and publishers, you know, just how bad they are, really. They just I can't believe ZZ Top are on me case, you know what I mean? I'm like, mate, I thought I was one of them. I thought I'd be accepted. I thought I was a ZZ. So anyway, folks, I'm going to be stopping streaming. Whoever's still watching, there's only one person actually watching live. Obviously, this will be I'll publish it so that it can anyone can re-watch it over again. But thanks to whoever's watching, it's probably RS Hall in Indiana. If that's you, thank you very much for sitting through the entire thing. Anyone else who wants to watch it later on, it'll be left up. So I'm getting off. I'm going to go to bed now. It's getting late. And like I say, keep listening, keep watching. I'll be putting some more songs up, and I'll be doing some more speeches soon. And if any of those publishing companies are watching, if Pink Floyd are watching, and ZZ Top, you should be ashamed of yourself. Even like Prince hasn't done that, and Joe Satriani. They're okay, man. See if Aerosmith are okay soon. Okay, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, Bruce uses Daddy, plectrums, brass, and Steinberg, Cubase, Cubase, studio software. Alright folks, I've got to wind it down. It's an hour I've been on. Let's hope it all goes out okay. Thank you for watching. This is Roller Coaster Ride signing out. I hope you can hear it loud enough. I've had some problems recently where the sound's really low. 1 2 1 2. Okay folks, thanks for watching. Best wishes to those in the US of A. If you need any Beatles souvenirs, guys, I can get them from Liverpool for you. If anyone wants to come over for a holiday and they're interested in going to Liverpool, I'll show you around Liverpool to take you to the Cavern Club and all that stuff. If anyone wants to come over for a holiday in England. I'm only yards away from that place. Alright, thanks for watching folks. Stop streaming. Oh, where is it? Where's my map? Oh, there it is.